shit, who was somebody in the NBA Finals just recently was saying, just trying, like, they were talking about defense and how they were trying to keep the team from scoring 100 to 105 points. Like that's their goal. Keep them at 100, 105 points. Like that's a really good scoring team in this era.
Yeah, exactly correct.
That was going back to your one guy being able to score. I think that's what makes this is like the perfect era for Jordan, where he was an efficient scoring machine that he scored anywhere between 35 to 40% of his team's points, and it was able to get him to win. But now, because you have so many superstars, way more efficiency with the 3-point shot, like you can't rely on just one guy winning you a whole team, a whole championship. Like it's not possible.
Not to mention they let zone it now, like in this era.
And then way more a lot of the rules changed, like the hand checking and all this other stuff. That's gone after the early 2000s.
Yeah, I think that unless you're assuming that Jordan's going to just up his scoring and the rest of their team is just going to magically be better at scoring, because that's the other thing. The league just has more skilled guys now. The league has guys that, like, their third guy is Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman's not scoring 10 points a game if his life depended on it at this stage of the game. Even if he could get 20 rebounds maybe in the faster pace, but he's just not a scorer. And you need a third guy to get you stuff in 2021. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, so third guy definitely has
perfect era.
Yeah, I think that's why people hold Jordan to a pedestal, because now they're not taking into consideration the difference in eras, and I think that's why we tend to talk about how you can't really compare eras anymore, because the game has evolved so much over time that now one guy can't win you a championship. Where in the 90s, one guy, for the most part, could win you a championship, even though, like...
Let's be specific when you say that. When you say one guy can get you a championship, what you're saying is one guy can carry 40% of the scoring and get you a championship.
Exactly.
But really, it's only MJ that's doing that. Because other guys, like we're talking Bird, McHale was right there with him from a scoring perspective, especially when they were in their heyday together. Bird with the MVPs and McHale right there getting over 20 points a game, shooting efficient, same thing. Jordan's the only guy who's, he has a big three, as in 3 All-Famers, if you include him, Jordan, Rodman, and Pippen. He's the only guy that has 2 guys that are definitively not known for offense. And that's what gets him over the hump, because people ride scoring so hard when they decide who the greatest player in the league is, because the league has always been and will always be about buckets, says the great Bill Russell. But that's the most impressive part. It's not that he's the guy who did it by himself to get to a championship, because I don't think that's true. I think he's...
No, you're right. Yeah, 100%. What you're saying is true.
The most impressive thing about this Jordan run is that this crap worked for a decade. Like, it's insane that no one beat Michael Jordan. That's what makes him the greatest, is if you put anybody else in his spot, I don't think they come away with this many championships, just because other guys need different things. But this team was built around him at the perfect time, in the perfect way, and just builds that fucking insane legacy, and makes you feel like when you're watching it that Jordan's just carrying them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the thing I've realized the most as we've gone through this era, is it's not that he did this by himself. It's that the way they built the team, they forced it so that if he didn't score 30, they were fucked.
Yeah.